Dariya Zgoba, another of the two-man Ukraine team, as it were. Not all the competitors compete in all four of the exercises. Dariya just in the beam and bars here at the Friendship Classic.
And of course, she came all the way over from Ukraine, and she can get some great experience on those two events. So far, a difficult bar routine. Beautiful pirouetting. That was a mistake right there, but she's pulling herself out of it. The judges will notice, of course, but it won't be a deduction as much as a fall.
Dariya Zgoba here on the bars.
A fairly strong routine. You can see right here, a lot of pirouetting, beautiful full turn on one arm, right to a Pike's Jaeger. And here she comes. You can see she's getting a little tired, working really hard to get that handstand up there, but coming through on this double tuck and hanging on to that landing.
Oops. Dariya Zgoba, outstanding number here, 15.550, easily the best performance we've seen already on the bars. We're done 2 rotations halfway home, and when we come back, one of the feature events, the floor exercise, and in our essential gymnastics segment, Shannon will demonstrate firsthand
of essential gymnastics. In today's segment, we're going to learn exactly what to watch for during a floor exercise routine. Floor exercise should be a combination of power and grace. It's the one area where a gymnast can really let their personality shine through. Now, the judges are looking for a gymnast to cover as much of the 40-foot by 40-foot floor exercise area as possible. Here with me today, I have Emily from Ursinus Gymnastics in Collegeville, Pennsylvania. She's going to help demonstrate some of the requirements that we're watching for on floor exercise. First up, we want to look for a 180-degree split jump or split leap. Next, we want to see a 360-degree turn. Now, a lot of gymnasts will compete a double or even a triple turn, so watch for that. Next, we want to see some kind of forward salto. And some sort of backward salto. Along with these requirements, the gymnast should show artistry and presentation throughout her routine. Thanks so much, Emily, for showing us some great skills today, and good luck with competition this year. Thanks. Now, back to our show.
Welcome back to the Friendship Classic at Marks Hall in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. 7 different nations represented here, and we're halfway through the competition. One of the more interesting stories of the meet, Aliya Mustafina, the youngest competitor in the main event, as it were, of the Friendship Invitational, where the junior competitors can actually compete head-to-head with some of the seniors or elite competitors. And here's an example. This Mustafina from Russia.
And she does not look out of place at all.
No.
Opening tumbling pass, second tumbling pass, beautiful landings. And throughout this competition, she has held her head high with a confidence that no 11-year-old really should have. Two and a half punch tuck front.
You can hear the crowd really responding. She has center stage to herself right now. Great experience.
Great experience. She's already completed 3 tumbling passes. And, of course, with that turn, trying to get some of these dance elements in.
Yeah.
Judges are looking for that dance, that showmanship. Can she take her eyes off the floor and look around at what's going on and really draw the audience in? But also these strong tumbling passes.
Yeah, look at this athleticism, and bear in mind again, folks, 11 years.
Last tumbling pass. Nice double full.
She's only been on Earth for 135 months.
Very nice performance. And there's a lot of tumbling going on in these routines. 4 tumbling passes, that's the norm right now. And there's even been rumors of athletes doing 5 tumbling passes. All of these tumbling passes that Aliya did were very strong and very clean. She watches her form in the air, pays attention to these landings, trying to stick. making sure that she saves every tenth that she can.
Really concentrating. So the 11-year-old Russian, here's her score on the floor exercise, 13.6. Christine Nguyen, one of the outstanding performers, just 0.4 of a point out of first place overall after 2 rotations. Here she is on the floor. That's the dominant costume of the event, the World Club, with another strong team here from Texas, Shannon.
And Christine is looking for a strong performance. Carry that momentum, try to pop herself up into first place. Huge opening pass, Arabian double front. Whip back directly to a 2.5, and she ran way too far for that.
See that very often where they fall forward.
Well, that's a difficult move. It's a blind landing, like we always say, the frontwards landing, but she was also supposed to perform a skill out of it and just completely missed the block. And we should mention that is obviously going to be a tough fall. Coming back with a double pike, a little low on that landing, but that second pass fall is going to be not only the 8-tenth deduction, but she gets 3/10 for going out of bounds.
She might want to pick a musical selection with a better message next time. It's Elton John, Funeral for a Friend.
Right now she needs a strong dismount. Double full.
Nice.
Good way to end it. Leave the judges with a good impression, but that's going to be a tough score.
Christine Nguyen with a world-class program and off to a good start.
Right here, beautiful start. Arabian double front, nice and high in the air. Here's where she reaches some trouble. She starts out really overruns and does a whip back straight to a 2.5, and you could see how far her shoulders were in front of her feet. Just could not get that timing right. Right now, the second to last tumbling pass, nice high double pike, a little low on that landing, but she pulls it out.
Hold on there. Christine Nguyen, one of the leaders in the competition, through 3 rotations now. And the judges score Nguyen at 12.8 for Christine on the floor exercise. We're halfway home. Rotations 3 and 4 to come. The most important events of any meet as we go to the floor exercise and get on the beam with these young ladies. Right after this, stay with us here on CN8. Pennsylvania, home of the 8th annual Friendship Classic. And we're busy in action here in rotation 3 of 4 and tonight's gymnastic event. Catherine Nguyen, another of our featured performers, out of Texas, United States competitor, 1.5 off the lead through her first 2 rotations. This is her 3rd event of the Friendship Classic. Like her sister now, performing on the floor.
And this competition is becoming all about staying on the equipment, staying in bounds, staying on your feet. So if she can hit a clean routine, that may pop her up in the standings.
I don't know if we have a slippery slope or a slippery mat, but it's been tough staying upright. Wow.
Nice double pike, back to open, right out of bounds. It was tough to see with our view, but she did step out with either 1 or 2 feet.
Is there any reason to time those jumps so close to the corners and risk that?
Well, you have to work up a certain amount of power.
Momentum.
You have to take usually a minimum of 3 steps to get into a tumbling pass, and some girls take a little bit more, and as we talked about in some of the other performers, overshooting the mark, and when you run more than halfway across the floor, you risk going out of bounds. And as these gymnasts do more combinations of skills, a lot more front tumbling, it becomes more difficult to get all of the movements in that short amount of distance. Some very nice leaps. So far, a clean performance. A little low and squatty on that landing. She stayed on her feet, though. Nice performance.
Catherine Nguyen. Here's her first tumbling pass, and as we said, she cut this very close.
You can see she tumbles right at the halfway mark, double pike, and of course, if she didn't step back quite so far, she kind of over-rotated that landing and stepped out of bounds. Right here, coming back, double full twist. Very nice landing there. And again, you know, pretty solid landing. She only had that one minor deduction out of bounds, but staying on her feet is gonna help her in the standings.
The judges score that as a 13.75 for Catherine Nguyen on the floor exercise.